did you like work up gradually to doing more types of scenes, or did you kind of just do everything?
I did it right out of the gate. Because,
she knew what she wanted.
Yeah,
That's true.
Exactly.
You were like...
And I worked for LA Direct Models, and Derek would always be like, I don't think you should maybe you should wait. And I'm like, no, I want to do gangbangs. I want to do interracial at the time.
You're just like, I want to do, you want to do everything.
I want to do everything. Give me the trans, give me the orgies, give me everything.
I'm Molly Stewart.
And I'm Laura.
And this is the Totally Wholesome, Not Dirty podcast. We're best friends, and Laura shoots pretty much all of my adult content.
Yep. I've seen everything.
Everything. I'm still trying to see everything of her, but that's part of the journey that you can experience here on the Totally Wholesome, Not Dirty podcast. Laura, what do we talk about here?
Anything and everything.
What is my job, Laura?
To be beautiful and lovely and funny.
Oh my God, you're so sweet, but that's not true at all. So Laura is here to bring me a little bit out of the dirty headspace and into a more wholesome one. But I can't say that all of our conversations aren't dirty, so they might be a little bit of a false advertising. But whether you're returning or new to the show, welcome, and we're so very happy to have you here. So, Laura, why don't you tell them what they can do if they're watching on YouTube?
If you're on YouTube, we'd love if you leave a comment, share with a friend, subscribe.
Do all the things, and wherever you're listening, definitely subscribe and share with a friend if you like what we have to talk about. So, let's go get not dirty.
Let's get in it.
They're always trying to pack it in. And on that note,
hey, woo!
I know we've started, we have begun, and we are packing it in. Today, we have a guest that I'm very, very excited to bring to all of you.
Drum roll.
The amazing, the beautiful Ava Devine.
Wow, thank you. What an intro.
Welcome, Ava.
Thank you, Laura.
So
Thank
good
you,
to have
Molly.
you.
It's so good to be here.
Her shirt is so festive.
Yes, so festive, beautiful.
I would get caught under a mistletoe any day.
What?
Huh? What? Nothing. So it's funny because Laura did your makeup and then was able to put you in touch with us. But I've actually seen you at the gym that I work out at before, but I didn't want to approach you because it's kind of one of those things where if you've like seen someone in our industry, I feel like a fan almost, because I'm like, well, I haven't actually met you, so I don't want to like approach you at your place of like exercise.
No, I would love that.
Isn't that amazing?
I would have groped you and humped you.
Oh, beautiful, right there, just out in the open.
Exactly, I'm not shy.
And it was funny because like at first I wasn't sure if it was you, and like my man and I were talking about it, and he's like, I think so. I was like, really? And then on your Instagram it's like videos from the gym.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, that's my gym.
That's awesome. I wish you would have came up to me.
Oh, we will next time for
next
sure.
time,
And I'm
He's
joining
back from
that
Australia.
gym. Come on.
Yes.
Good. You better,
let's
Laura.
work
Come
out.
on. Let's all go together.
I need to go.
Yes.
My boyfriend was so excited. He was unfortunately not able to be here because he was hoping to be able to meet you.
He's
he's
on the other
fan.
side of the country, or the world.
On the other side of the country,
Not the
I wish.
country, the
Yeah.
world. And so it's like when we were planning this episode, we were like, we're going to have Ava Devine. We're going to have Ava. And he was like, what? He's like,
That
you're
is so
He
sweet.
wanted to be here. He was like,
Yes.
I'm
super
blushing.
super excited.
I'm totally blushing.
You're a queen.
No, thank you guys. I don't think that way at all, but thank you. That's why I'm like so nervous and blushing. Yeah, actually I'm very shy, but I would definitely have dry humped you.
How many people have we talked to on this that are like, I'm so nervous and I'm so shy, but then we're
everyone.
like doing the most like on camera.
Yes.
Yeah, and you kind of like, okay, so for me, like I always think I overthink things.
Yes.
So what I try to do is just like pretend like we're not doing it, but we're really doing it.
Yeah,
There's
I
no
know.
camera, I swear.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's weird to be like so comfortable being like
In
nude
front-
on camera
yes.
and like having sex on
Exactly.
camera.
Having intercourse, give me a penis or a vagina, and I'm like ready to go.
But then it's like, oh, we got to put our clothes on and talk to people. Oh,
Exactly.
What is
Don't
this?
exactly. I have to do so many TikTok retakes because I keep messing them up because they're so PG, and I'm like, this is so out of my
out of my
realm.
comfort
Yeah,
zone.
I'm like, it's totally bizarre.
I just end up being weird for the most part on social media because I'm like, I don't know
Me
what to do with my
too.
hands.
Exactly. Me too.
Ricky Bobby, shake and bake, baby.
Yeah.
Hey, but they all love it though. That's the best part. You know, they want to see the real you.
They do.
And
They love
that's
that.
better than a fake,
Exactly.
persona that you're putting on.
Yeah.
So
Because the fake persona is like fun too when you shoot mainstream because you get to go into a character and all that kind of stuff. Like it's fun when I do hot and mean scenes for Brazzers because like the only thing that I can do is be a mean lesbian.
get over here.
Exactly. I love it.
Let me
Spread
pull you
those
by your
legs.
hair.
Yeah.
But it's like beforehand, I'm like, all right, so what do you like? What don't you like?
Right, what are
Like, I
your
just want to
do's, what are your
know, like,
don'ts?
are you okay?
I love
But
it.
it's
If
fun
you
to put
stop
the character
breathing,
on.
should I keep going?
Yeah. Do you like that?
Is that cool? Or is that a no?
Some people you'd be surprised. Like some people have some stuff that I'm like, oh, I'm kinky. I'm like, no, I'm not.
Yeah, right?
Oh my gosh, we were watching some of the heavy segment. Do you know the podcast Your Mom's House with Tom Segura and Christina P?
No,
what-
but I love
It's a
it. It
comedian
sounds
couple
great.
podcast, and I absolutely love it. But I had Laura over to watch one of their live shows,
Last night.
and
It was
they
wild.
have a
Really?
segment.
They have a segment.
It's like the end of the show, and it's called the heavy segment. So they pull videos that are messed up from all over the internet, like the deepest, darkest holes of the internet,
Like
and
things I have never even thought would exist. And I was like, wow.
Like what? I don't get
all
it.
right. So
Give me an example.
Okay, so one of the things was this guy took his wiener, and he took those
String lights.
like these string lights, Christmas lights, and started putting them all down into his penis.
Inside.
You could see all the lights down the shaft of his
Through.
dick, and it was like glowing. And then he was stroking it with this huge amount of lights,
Which was
inside
crazy
of his
because like
penis.
the further he was shoving it in, it was like getting harder.
Yeah,
and
but
I was
also-
like, whoa.
But
is he
but
getting
here's the
hard?
thing: was it harder, or was it just full of lights?
I'm not probably both.
Good
Like-
point.
Probably
Good
both.
point. I
want
don't
to.
know.
I want to know how big the dick is without the Christmas lights inside of it. Do you
just
know what I
made
mean?
it
Like
bigger,
it just made it
stronger
girthier.
and full of lights.
But then
Well, I'm looking up that episode. That's hot.
And he strokes it, right? And you're like, how is he gonna come with lights
I was
all down
kinda
inside
like,
of his
what?
peener? And
What's going on? She's like, yeah.
I was like, whoa, I was riveted. She was just watching me through my.
I was
Yes.
looking at her expression to see how intense the scene was probably.
And then he's stroking it, and all of a sudden you think, oh, like nothing happened. He starts pulling out the Christmas lights, and he starts pulling cum on the Christmas lights out of the shaft
Mhm.
tip of his peener.
And it dripped like
And
icicles.
it was dripping like icicles down. It was beautiful. It was like a
It was-
holiday miracle, really.
Oh,
Like, I don't know how that happened.
so then,
Laura loves that.
well, I was just like, wow.
Yeah.
I went home last night and told my man about it. I was like, he was like, how was the show? And I was like, I think 80% of it I couldn't watch because I was just like,
Mhm.
holy
What?
Yeah.
So you didn't go home and stuff lights in your?
no, but I
Okay.
should have. I'm like, babe, you're
That's
asleep?
just the
Okay, let's just
season,
try.
yeah.
All right. So I saw something really sexy, and I just want to do it with you, babe.
Yeah.
You just blindfold him, and you just shine lights.
Ah,
I don't like this.
I don't like this anymore.
You never know. He may be like, this is pretty hot.
You never know. Correct.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you
Oh,
can't
no,
knock
no.
it till you can't
Mm.
knock it till you try it.
You
It's my
cannot.
motto.
You cannot.
That's true.
You're right. I have to like think more like that, like on the regular, because
Mhm.
I do tend to like shut myself out of opportunities that you
Mhm.
never know. You know,
Yeah.
it might just
You just have to try it sometimes. Try it out. You just never know.
You never know.
Just do it.
Exactly.
Life is full of surprises, but only if you allow yourself to be surprised.
No.
You know what I mean?
So there was a lot of videos like that, similar to that, but there was also, she says a lot of them usually involve a lot of puking. So she
there
was
wasn't
like,
as much puke
not last
Really?
night.
going on. No.
Just
so it was better for
more
me.
things with the
Yeah.
pee-pee.
I can't do the
More
puke.
things.
stuff.
Okay, that me neither. I can't do puke.
I hate it.
I hate it. I
Yes.
despise.
Yeah.
That's one thing when people are like, okay, what's a no that you won't do in the bedroom?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
You know-
puke.
Yeah.
Do you know what's a funny thing? Before I got into shooting pornography,
Yeah.
it's a fun word. I never thought that I would have to tell someone something that I don't like in bed being vomit. You know what I mean?
You wouldn't
Like-
think.
Before that, I was like, I didn't even know that this was a thing that makes people hard. That's crazy to me.
It's insane. I was going down on a guy once and I was gagging so hard, and I hardly have a gag reflex, just for the record. No.
Yeah, your
but
gag
I-
reflex lives like
Yeah.
down in your chest. You're just like, you're gonna have to really reach down there to get it.
Good luck.
Yeah, so I was gagging and I was like, wait. And he's like, are you going to puke? And I'm like, no. And he was like, you can. And I'm like, no, I will not.
What is it with guys
Ugh.
wanting you to puke on,
On
their
their
dick?
dick.
Like, I don't
He
like.
Wait,
loves
that's
it.
a thing?
Yes.
They
Yeah.
really enjoy
They
Not like
love
all
it.
guys. Just
Okay.
like.
I shouldn't test that theory.
Not like all
test
guys.
it. Test it tonight.
She'll text you, hey.
Yeah, exactly.
It
How
was
did
a go.
It was-
It was a
Instructions
green light.
unclear. Carlo covered in vomit.
Yes.
I just pictured like a person covered in vomit. You just see their little eyes, and that's it. I'll take a
Like
picture.
it's just like a pile of vomit,
Yeah.
but then they open.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's disgusting. It's so
We're
gross.
nasty.
No, I
hate it.
love,
I love
it.
it
I
too.
love it. It's
I'm
like
here.
so sick, but it's hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's just hot. Like puking on a
Happy
guy's dick.
holidays.
Oh my god. I don't know. Like the whole vomit has just always been like the worst thing for me. Like I just can't abide with it. Like poop is one thing. Like I do
And the
not want
sound.
to deal with poop either.
Exactly.
The
Let me be honest, but
sounds.
I would clean up poop more readily than vomit. Like I
Me
can't.
too. Me too. If someone had a poop in front of me or vomit,
And-
I'd say go ahead and poop. 'cause-
You know, people vomit is worse too. Like dogs, like
yeah.
it's just like it's like a
yeah,
baby throwing up or
exactly,
something. You're just
yeah.
like, whatever. But with people, like, I don't know.
Oof.
Maybe I just don't like people that much.
I think that's what it is.
Maybe.
Because you're fine with your dogs puking,
Yeah.
typically, and then it just comes to people. It's,
It's
like, oh,
totally
hell no.
okay,
Like,
yeah.
That's just the way of
You
life.
gotta
though.
go.
I'm sure you have dogs. So
Yes,
I'm
I
sure that
have
you've
two.
woken
They're
up sometimes in the
adorable.
middle of the night to that horking sound.
Yes.
That it's like when a baby cries and a mother wakes up but the guy doesn't hear it. It's like the same thing, but you just hear like, and you'll just wake out of a deep sleep. I know, and it's just in their throat. And I'll
You know
wake
it's
up
gonna
and come to you, and I'm
happen.
just instantly like, someone's about to be.
For the deepest sleep, yeah. For the deepest sleep.
And they're just standing there like, and you're like,
Her
why?
back is like
Yes,
convulsing.
like a camel.
Yeah. It's like convulsing.
Oh my god! And then suddenly it's like I'll get like the door open. I'm like, get out! Like go puke outside, and they're like running and horking at the same time.
The fear in their eyes.
It's a
They're
poor
like,
baby.
It's not okay, Mom.
Oh my god! I can. Hello, beautiful listeners. We have something very exciting to announce. The Totally Wholesome, Not Dirty podcast has been nominated for an AVN award. Fan voting is open now, so make sure you check the link in the description so that you can vote for us for favorite adult podcast. We are excited just to be nominated, and your voting would mean the world to us. So let's get voting, and we'll see you at AVN. It's always out of nowhere too, and it's just one of them out of the three. They eat the same things. I'm like, why is it like you just alternate the puke nights? Like,
Because one of them ate a sock, you know?
Yeah,
and then they're like, oh,
exactly.
it's not settling in my stomach, right?
that's true. And then at that point, I'm like, what did you get into?
Yeah.
Because I know it was something.
Yeah, I mean that's happened to
Oh
me
my
when
God.
I had a little dog, and he would eat all the heels of my shoes. Those
Oh,
were the
no.
days he'd get the sickest. I'd be
Yeah.
like, well, don't eat my shoe.
Yeah,
Come
like
on.
haven't you figured it out by now?
Yeah,
Friggin-
it doesn't work like that.
No.
Poor baby.
Whatever.
I think that we should ask because I don't actually know. How long have you been in the adult industry and like shooting film?
Yeah, I've been doing it since 2003.
Oh, wow.
What?
Yes, 2003 I started. I did my first scene for a big production company. It was MILF Hunter, and then Naughty America was like second to that. And then yeah, I loved it. The minute I did my first scene, I mean, the minute the lights and camera and action went down, I was like, this is me. This is home to me. And I was just attacking the penis and
just attacking it.
Exactly.
I the life out of it.
Like the director's clapper. And she goes, oh.
Yes. Oh,
just
yeah.
like dove right in.
I would come out like swinging. Like, like a boxer that just like comes out swinging. Just with the
right
penis.
here,
Yeah, exactly. Just like, give me.
Like,
yeah.
fabulous.
Yeah, so that was since 2003.
Wow.
And then there's periods where I kind of took a break and stopped, but for the most part, yeah, since 2003.
That's
amazing.
Long time.
Yeah, that's a long
That's
time. And I
wild.
love it. I still to this very day love it.
What was the thing that made you like want to start shooting porn?
Okay, so this is a good story.
Okay.
All right. I've told it before, so if my fans are listening or people out there listening, sorry, but this is my truth, and this is what happened.
This is a beautiful Christmas story.
Yeah,
Sure.
Cue the music.
Cue
the music, David.
Some Christmas music.
Going back in time.
Exactly.
Hot cocoa.
Back in the days.
2003.
Yes. No, a little bit before that, I've been escorting since I was 18, 19. And I loved it. I'd fall in love with all the customers, all the hot customers.
She's like just the hot ones, though,
exactly.
because the other ones is just
well, but you know what? It's crazy because like everyone is hot to me. I see beauty in everybody, so like I'd fall in love with everyone.
Aww.
So yeah, because
Aw.
everyone was like hot in their own way, and I went to see this one client. And he said, oh, I had so much fun, but I'm not going to see you tomorrow because I'm going to see a porn star. And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, I had a great time, but I'm not going to see you because I'd rather see this porn star. And I looked her up and I saw her rate and I saw what she does and do. And I was like, you're going to dump me. You're going to not see me for this girl that gives covered BJs and doesn't do A. Is that good? Can I speak like that? Or
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you?
Okay. And doesn't do anal. And then I was doing everything under the sun. And she was like triple my rate.
Mm-hmm.
And he was paying for it. And I'm like, I can't believe it. I was like, okay, motherfucker, I'm going to go out and I'm going to start doing porn, throw a few movies under my belt, claim I'm a porn star, and charge top dollar.
Yes.
And we'll see
make
how
that
it goes.
back.
Yeah.
Make the money.
And the first time I did it my first scene with, it was for Evil Angel, for Filthy First Timers. It was just like amateur porn.
Uh-huh.
And I did it with this guy, Mr. Chris, and I loved it. But I did feel like he was a client that was trying to work me in every position possible. Because, you had to do, and I was like, look at this motherfucker. I was like, he's trying to work me.
He's trying.
I was like, he wants it doggy. He wants it Mitch. He wants it spoon. And I was like, this is ridiculous. Just get your dick off.
Yeah.
But
like how many positions do we actually need?
Can we move this along?
Yeah. And how many minutes in each position? Like, really? But I did have a blast.
That is the funny thing about mainstream.
They do want a lot of positions.
A lot of people don't know. Industry insiders. You have to do typically a certain amount of time per position. And even if they're not going to use it all, because it's like all like the cut back and forth or like inserting something else, even though it already happened or whatever, and cutting out stuff and picking the best parts or whatever. So sometimes you'll have to do certain positions like multiple times
Yes.
just to make sure that you've gotten it all like from different angles or whatever. It's crazy.
Yeah.
5 minutes of reverse cowgirl.
Yes.
Have fun.
Exactly. It's
What?
like, yeah. Thank God.
All
I
right,
have
let's just get
strong
into this pile
thighs.
driver for the next 20
Exactly, or
minutes.
And
let's
then we
do
want
Mish.
BJ for
Yeah.
30.
Yes.
All right.
Laura, do tell.
And coming up in the new year, January 4 through 7, we will be at the AVN Expo show. We have a booth for the podcast and for me and my merch, so you can come and hang out and meet Laura and I. So
Come.
get excited for that. It's January 4 through 7 at Resorts World in beautiful Las Vegas. So we hope to be able to see you guys there. We are going to be having meet and greets, live interviews. We are going to have merch. All the merch that you guys have been waiting and wanting to see and buy, it's going to be available first at the convention. And then we're figuring out some new things for the new year as well. So stay tuned, and we hope that you guys will join us at the convention.
Get your
AVN show.
tickets.
Get your tickets. There will be a ticket in all of the descriptions, whether you're watching on YouTube or whether you're listening on an audio platform. Just check the description for where you can get your tickets. We hope to see you there.
Yeah.
Mwah.
Oh, just not being on set.
All
You know,
right.
I've seen it. I've
Laura's
seen you.
dirtier than she lets on.
I could
Totally
tell.
wholesome.
I could tell. Oh yeah, totally
Totally wholesome.
wholesome.
Not dirty.
Not
Not dirty.
dirty. Wink, wink.
But then you just kind of like fell in love with the industry itself. And
I did, and I had a blast this whole entire time. I loved it. I never I don't have any regrets of being in the adult industry or being in porn. I had such a fabulous time that it's like I don't want to stop.
Yeah.
And this is fast forward 20 years later, 21 years later.
We love that.
Yeah.
well, they say, well,
That's how you do.
if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life.
Yes,
Correct.
that's what someone told me, and I listened to that.
Yeah.
And
What
Great advice.
Like, and it's so true because it's like we've talked about this before a little bit, but it's kind of like even with as busy as we get or whatever, and like the stress of that or the stress of the things to do, doing the thing is still enjoyable and fun. And
It
it's
is.
like the stress and anxiety or whatever just kind of feeds into that bigger picture of like this thing that we're doing, you know, whatever it is. So it's
Yeah.
cool to be able to actually have an excitement to be going to work, even if it is stressful or even if you don't
Exactly.
necessarily want to be doing it every day, because you know that like even the next day or later that day is going to be something totally
Yeah,
different.
or if you're in a mood or whatever, it's
Mhm.
just like, you know what? Like Bette Midler says, the showgirl must go on.
exactly.
The porn
Yeah.
star must go on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's true.
Yeah, but I have so much fun. And then to like for me, and I'm not saying this because I'm on a podcast or YouTube, but my fans, like I love the fans. And we were
Mhm.
talking about that earlier.
Yeah, we were
Yeah,
before we started rolling.
Exactly. I care
Mhm.
like about them and they care about me in some strange way, and it's
Yeah.
just like it motivates me. It
Yeah.
like inspires me to be
Yeah, for
the best
sure.
that I could be for
Because
them.
and not everybody's gonna like you, but the people that do
Exactly.
make it so much more worthwhile.
So worth it.
Because
Yeah.
it's like, oh, like, and like we mentioned before about like being shy or whatever, and kind of like, but sexually being so open or
Yes.
promiscuous or whatever people want to say, or uncensored.
Yeah.
Then it's kind of like, oh, so not only do you like that part of me that I used to think that was only what people wanted out of me, you also like the other stuff that I do. And you value me
Totally.
as a person, which, you know, not everybody who's a fan does, and they just see you as a sexual object. And that's cool too.
Yeah.
But
Great.
it's great to have the ones who go like the extra mile to like actually care about what's going on in your life, or support things like a podcast that have nothing to do with your boobs, you know?
Yes.
Then you get to hear about people like throwing up on each other and little eyes peeking through vomit. So that's always fun.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Like, so how long have you been doing your own content creation, like type stuff? Has it been for a lot of
Yeah, it's been about 8 years.
nice?
And that's so much fun too. That's a whole nother ball game, because it's like I get to run the show. I get to be in charge.
It's your
and,
show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I get to like
100%.
I'll say when I want to fuck, what time I want to do it, if I want to
who
do
you want to do it
exactly
with?
who I
Yeah.
want to do with it, if I feel like doing anal today or maybe not, which usually is not the case because I love anal. But
I love that.
Yes.
No,
Laura's
because
favorite
You love
porn
it
is
too?
anal.
no.
Laura's favorite
My
porn is
favorite
anal.
porn is
Laura
anal, 'cause
loves
she asked-
anal.
Yeah, she
Yes.
asked me.
You
What
love
do
it
you
up your
like?
butt.
Is that a new shirt, Laura?
What? Laura loves anal.
Yeah.
With a little heart.
It's
a
like
heart with
a
a
little
butthole.
peach. Yeah.
You know
Oh, I
what we
like
can do?
that.
We can just be like, it's like the I Love New York City shirts, but it's just Laura heart and then A
I
N L.
love it.
Coming in
A-N-L.
That's
2023.
creative. That's
We'll
creative.
have that added to the merch store.
You need to. That's creative.
It's
Well,
adorable.
yeah, it's an art. I think anal it's an art form, and it's not for everybody, right?
It's not.
And there's a lot of like preparation that goes
Totally.
into
Lots
it.
of
Diet.
preparation.
You can't eat. You can't drink coffee.
Yeah,
There's
because-
multiple things. You know, you can't just like. I mean, not everyone can do it. Some people can. Spontaneous anal, right? It's
Yeah.
not doesn't really exist.
Yeah.
Spontaneity.
I mean, I've seen it once. I've only seen it once happen on set, and it wasn't an anal scene. And the person that was in the scene was like, "Okay, fine, let's do it." So that doesn't happen all the time.
No.
Mhm.
You know,
Most of the time,
I'm
there's a
like,
lot of
what?
prep, and like anal on set is so much. And I say this as someone who's only talked to people who've done anal, so correct me if I'm wrong, but
Okay.
the amount of time that goes into like prepping for anal on set, because it's even like how they expect you to like make your pussy look absolutely as pristine as possible, and like, you know, it doesn't always look like that. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you might have a fuzzy from your underwear.
Oh yeah,
You
or a
might have,
toilet paper.
Yeah,
a
a little toilet
a little
paper.
something. Like you never know, and that's like real
Yeah.
life. And so also in real life, you're not like prepping for anal night, you know, unless that's maybe something that's in your relationship or whatever. So it's like if your man wants to go anal, it's gonna
I
be
was
like,
like,
well,
not-
I hope
yeah.
I cleared out enough earlier. You know what I mean?
No, I
Yeah.
know. It's
No,
a thing.
well, yeah, but like for me, because I'm always doing it, because I love it, I'll do it like every morning. I've haven't done it every morning in a while because, like I said, you know, I'm doing my own content and stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'm not really having that much anal. Really, on doing my content, I will because I love it. But in my private life, like with these booty calls that I have, occasionally I'll do it, but I really don't prep for them, so we don't do it. But I do love to prep before because
Mhm.
for me, I have to prep because my brain is like on overdrive thinking I'm gonna crap on them. So I get paranoid and then my butthole like shrinks and it won't relax.
No.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
my problem
Not
is getting it to
now.
relax.
Yeah.
Like,
so that's why I have to fully clean out because then I have the confidence and I'm like, it's a party, everyone join. it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, all right, we're
Yeah,
ready.
exactly.
Everybody get in here, the doors are
exactly,
open.
Exactly.
We're serving drinks.
Backdoor entry, free drinks. Yeah.
Park in my rear.
Yes. You two are so cute. I love it.
Like,
It's a party.
even with like we were talking about butt plugs, I even have trouble. Like it's fun. Like I like to use a butt plug. Butt play is a little more new to me. Had one boyfriend way back in the day who only wanted to do butt stuff because he had a little tiny weenie. But
Ooh.
you know, that just
Yikes.
kind of felt like you were, you know, for me it just
Shout
felt
out
kind
to
of like
Tiny
taking a little
Weenie.
like a shit just going in and out.
Ew.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
it's-
it
and
didn't
it
feel
wasn't-
like any pleasure
Mm-mm.
at all.
No, it wasn't for me. But the butt plug, I like the butt plug, but I still
Yeah.
have trouble relaxing enough to get my butthole to suck it in. You know what I mean?
A lot of
Oof.
lube. Yeah, a lot of lube. And it's like stretching. You know, it's like you gotta like insert it, pull it out. Stretch it out, pull it out.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you're warmed up, then you can put it in
Mm-hmm.
slowly. And then your butthole will like welcome it.
It'll be like, all
And
right,
invite it. It'll
come
be like,
on
exactly.
in. The
It'll be like,
water's fine.
yes.
Your butthole needs foreplay.
That's what she's saying.
Totally. Yeah.
Butthole foreplay.
Exactly. It used to
Everybody,
not. My
listen
butthole,
up.
yeah, my butthole was like very no foreplay, just straight up insert penetration, big, thick, hardcore now.
Wow.
Yes. It was that
She's a
Crazy.
warrior.
Amazing.
it was amazing.
Yes.
It really was. But nowadays,
Brilliant.
since I'm not doing that much anal, I'll have to like do some foreplay on it.
Yeah.
But it's kind of fun
Foreplay is
because
good.
foreplay is good
Romance
because
it.
yeah, I
Romance it.
romance my
Romance the
butthole.
butthole.
Do it.
You
Yeah,
have
I
to.
do.
Proud.
I romance
Very
it,
proud.
and then and then it starts warming up, and then it's just like loosey goosey.
It's like that girlfriend you don't see all the time. You can't just
Yes.
jump back home and say, "Hey, babe, I love you," and she's
Yeah.
like, "Where have you been?"
yeah, I mean,
And then
And
you
then
gotta
you
warm
have to
her
make
up. Bring
sure-
her flowers,
Bring flowers,
chocolate,
eat her
weed,
pussy,
whatever
kiss
she
her on the
wants.
Yes.
forehead, do whatever she wants.
You can't just pop in. Go away.
You were gone all day. You think you just have instant access? Sorry,
That's
didn't
what
know
I
this was a
heard.
soup kitchen.
It's not all you can eat.
no soup for you.
Yeah.
soup for you.
May I have some more? May I have some more? No.
Oh my god.
We
Soup
just did a
sounds good.
Seinfeld,
We do
right?
just do
Okay.
Little soup for you. Oh my god, I love it.
Damn.
So when you were first starting, right? So it's like definitely the thing now, and I don't know how much, like 20 years ago or whatever, but did you like work up gradually to doing more types of scenes, or did you kind of just do everything?
I did it right out of the gate because
She knew what she wanted.
yeah,
That's true.
exactly.
You were like,
And I worked for LA Direct Models, and Derek would always be like, I don't think you should do, maybe you should wait. And I'm like, no, I want to do gangbangs. I want to do interracial at the time. It was
You're just like, I
called
want to
interracial.
do,
Yeah.
you want to do everything.
I want to do everything. Give me the trans, give me the orgies, give me everything. And he was like, okay. So on
So
my
amazing.
list, it would be like, would you do a check mark by everything? Because they used to have like paperwork you'd fill out, and there's like a list of what you would do and what you won't do. And
They actually brought that back.
oh, did they?
it's back now. The boundaries list.
Mhm.
Oh, really?
So yeah, that they'll say the long list, yes or no.
Yeah, because when
So, like,
when I
check,
first
check,
started
check,
in
check.
2018, it was more like you talk between
Yeah.
the performers, and we just say beforehand.
One-on-one.
Yeah.
But the last time that I shot, they had like a full checklist, and they had to sit there with us on camera, what we will, what we won't do.
Wow.
And have a talented advocate
Mhm.
on set watching and making sure that everything is like going smoothly.
Smoothly, yeah.
because it's
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, because
stuff's
back in the
happened.
day, the photographer and I would get it on. The director,
yeah.
the
I
everyone.
like these
The
Yeah.
PA.
porn back in the
Yeah.
day.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Porn in
the
the
PA,
heyday.
definitely.
PA.
Yeah. The
The
lighting
makeup
crew.
artist.
Yes. Yes. Laura.
Everybody
Hey.
just getting it on the porn
Yes.
sets. That was before my time in
Yes.
porn.
And then
Now it's totally different.
Yeah.
totes.
Yeah.
What was like? I'm trying to think. Like, do you have any like scenes that kind of stand out to you as like this was my favorite thing, or have you just done so many different types that you don't really have a standout? Because obviously your favorite is anal, I would assume.
Yes.
But do you have any like particular performers or scenes or like movies that you did?
You know what? I don't, because I've had so much fun in each and every one of them that
You know.
they all brought something fantastic and fun and different to the table. So it's like hard to narrow it down. Although I do remember working for Kink once. Kink's great. Everyone was great. Everything was always so much fun. And I did a scene with Dana Dearmond,
Mhm.
and we did a total anal festival video. And she was like using a horse speculum for my butt. It was so awesome. I remember that. And yeah, we had so much fun.
Amazing.
I feel like I might have seen that. Hang on, I gotta look up Dana.
Amazing.
Yeah, it was
Because
tons of
if
fun.
When
you're
was
saying
that?
the scene that I've seen as your favorite, I will shit myself.
Not in these chairs.
Right?
These are my chairs. I can shit in them if I want to.
We gotta take them to AVN.
I'm
Oh
excited.
yeah, everyone, we're going to AVN. Woo-hoo.
Yes,
Sidebar.
tell us.
We're
Tell
gonna
us.
be there the 4th through the 7th. We're gonna see you there. You're gonna be there
Yes,
too.
I'll be there
Stop
walking
by the
around. I would
booth.
definitely
We're
stop by.
excited. Everybody, get your tickets. Come see us.
I'm pretty sure that I have. Yes, I think I have seen.
Wow.
Yeah, we were doing like crazy
Yeah.
stuff with my butt, and that was pretty amazing. So that was fun. But then I remember there was another video I did that I rammed a lava lamp up my butt. I sat on it, and it was so much fun. And
Wow.
and everyone on set was
Okay,
like,
how do
looking
you?
at
How
it.
do you do? How? Can you describe how? Because I'm trying to picture this in my mind, and I just
Well,
had a vision of that guy's butt breaking the glass ornaments in his butt.
I was thinking of the
What?
fist and looking at the way the butt looked when you're fisting fast.
Oh yeah,
And it looked like the butthole was just stretching.
yeah.
Like it was like made of rubber.
Yeah.
And I feel like mine doesn't feel like that. So I'm
I
like
feel like you'd
wondering,
have to do a
how
lot
does
of work.
you have to romance it a lot?
Yeah, you have to
Let it
romance it a
loose
lot. I
up.
like fisting, but my butthole is a clincher. It's not a gaper. I could never get it to
wants
gape.
to, yeah.
That's why you needed the horse speculum.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's not a gaper.
Okay.
And that's embarrassing because everyone's like, gape your butthole.
You're
And
like, I
I'm
can't.
I'm like spreading it as much as I can. I'm like, it won't.
It just isn't in
Thank
for it.
God. One of my proctologists was like, thank God you have a strong butthole. Or you have to wear a diaper.
That's amazing.
I think it's so funny every time I get someone on like OnlyFans to ask me to like gape my butt, and I'm like, honey, I can barely get a butt plug in. Like, what do you want me to do here? I'm like spreading my cheeks so far
Right?
apart, I'm tearing my taint. Like, what?
You did.
But it's
Courtney
but
Olsen
it's
did tear my
cute.
taint. Love you, Courtney, but it was torn,
I just
Ooh.
remember your face.
and not
She
from
ran off the
not
set.
from what you think. She just lifted me, and
Like,
the way that she gripped
carried
my
her.
butt,
Yeah. You know, like carried
it just I had a little tear.
her, and her butt
Had a little
just
blood there. Just-
Aw, I'm
poor-
sorry.
it's
like
okay.
a puppy who got
That's why I'm
kicked.
so impressed by your ass, because mine is like exit only.
It's a
like
pinhole.
It's a hard.
pinhole.
It is.
Yeah.
It's small. So like I'm impressed that you're able to have you like dealing with prolapse.
Yes.
It's always been a curiosity to me because
Me
I can barely get
too.
anything in, much less like, man, I have stomach issues. You know what I mean? I can't imagine having to like go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Like, does it hurt
it's-
all the time?
No, it
No?
doesn't. But
Okay.
I'll tell you, this is what my theory is on it. It's a lot of men that are into gay sex have it, anal, and then from what I understood, a lot. It's like it was pretty popular in the gay community, and I think that for me, I used to also, like when I was a teenager, I was a bulimic with laxatives. So I think
Oh.
that my system was already weakened. And then, of
Mm.
course, I love fists and double anal and big dongs and lava lamps and etc.
I love the lava
Yeah.
lamp.
I know.
I know, that was amazing. The whole everyone on the set was like, they were looking sideways. They were like, how is this happening? And yeah, it was insane. It was intense.
Was
and
it on?
insane. Yes.
So it was warm.
Yes.
your butt glue?
Yes.
I feel like
glowed?
almost that would feel nice.
It
like
does.
a warm lava
And yeah,
lamp.
I just slid down on it. Yeah. It was pretty amazing.
You're a champ.
Yeah, I
Ava.
don't. Yeah.
It's
I can't
definitely.
even imagine.
Mm-hmm.
I just remember. I forgot
MVP.
all about it. Yeah, I forgot all about it. Thank you.
MVP.
Yeah.
Please tell me that you were dressed in like 70s attire as well, like
Like
for
the
a
retro-
lava lamp, like
yeah.
a retro vibe.
I
Bell
don't
bottoms.
think- Yeah, that
No,
would
I'm
be
kidding.
cute. Yeah, or
Well, you
bell
picture like a
bottoms,
gold member
crotchless.
situation.
Yeah,
that would be
crotchless.
cute.
Yes.
That would be cute. Maybe I don't remember what I was wearing. I just remember it was.
I
up
just
my
remember the
butt.
heat of the lava
Yes,
lamp.
yes, the warmth.
The glow it gave me from the inside.
And everyone said,
Yes, they were all like, "Huh."
I wish I could have just seen their faces like from the moment that it began happening.
Yeah, they were just. I think Johnny Thrust. I don't know if he's around anymore, but he's awesome. He was there. I remember that. He was just like, "What the hell?" Yeah.
"Oh my god!" I also know that you know Brandy May too,
Love
and you just
Brandy.
shot
Yes.
some content with her.
Yes.
We love her. She's,
Love
Brandy was so
her.
cool.
She's the
I loved
coolest.
her.
she's badass.
She
we love you,
is.
Brandy.
We love you, Brandy.
I told her I was going to hit her up when we got back, and then we've been so busy. I haven't even hit her up yet.
We need to
This
hang out.
totally
We need to
slipped my
have a
mind.
girls' day.
We do.
She's
She's
just
amazing.
Mm-hmm.
She's a really
Yeah.
good girl. I like
Yeah,
her.
She's,
she's
a
really
badass.
sweet. It's been cool being able to kind of just use this in a way to be able to talk to people, because there's so many freaking fascinating people out there in the
Right?
world, especially
There
in like
really
this
is.
industry, like
Yes.
throughout all the different facets of the industry. You know,
Totally.
it's wild. Like just some of the adventures that I hear people have, like lava lamps and all that.
Yeah.
I'm just like, that's crazy. Like hearing about like the old porn sets and stuff like that.
How wild. Yeah, we never had a chaperone or a supervisor watching us take pictures or anything like that.
They were just like, get it done, but
Exactly.
do whatever you want.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, as long as everyone was willing, which I was totally willing.
Right.
You know, like casting couch all over it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like,
she casted all over
exactly.
Yeah.
I guess they casted all over the couch.
I love it.
I can't even imagine, like, because I never even did like an interview for whatever. I just signed with MindGeek from my campsite, like went into it from that. So it was like, and then obviously by the time I started doing anything, long gone were those days of like, you know, what you see the movies about in the porn scene.
You want to be a star, right?
Yeah, go over here and suck my dick.
Yeah, no, I mean it was
Do
never.
I have to?
Yeah, it was never really like that. It was more like the director would shoot me and then I would get so hot and turned on and I would see him with a pop tent and I would like grab his crotch and just go at it, you know. That wasn't really.
That's wild.
I just also picture
attacking the
went
fetus,
into attack.
yes.
She's like, I can't stop myself. I just
yeah, or the photographer or whoever. Yeah, so it was like that.
funny.
It wasn't necessarily like, oh, do you want this gig? Well, you got to suck my dick. And you know, it was never like that.
Yeah.
It was, for me.
I'm just trying to imagine, like, because, and I've shot a lot of scenes too, but maybe it's because I do girl on set. They don't get hard-ons. I've never seen that on a set, no. Yeah.
No, I did a scene with the trans and her man was filming it. And he just like whipped out his dick and started to jerk it while he was filming with one hand.
He couldn't.
But meanwhile, the camera's going like this.
Like,
you're like, hey, hey,
that's
just
some
for
skill,
like
though. If he could keep it steady and
put that shit on.
I mean, yeah, it was
there
our
you
own
go.
kind of, yeah. Like he yeah, it was
auto record.
But I'm most certain that they must get aroused, or whoever is filming.
They must
get
have small
aroused.
dicks then, because I
There's no bulge.
I don't think you're paying much attention to it.
That's true. Honestly, I'm usually just invested in the pussy that my face is between.
There you
Exactly.
go. Yeah, when would you have time
to even
while you're dining at the Y to even pay attention to the camera?
You know, I'm curious
Well,
to
it's
know.
that thing because I'm super obsessed about like making sure that I always have my peripherals of where the camera is. So I'm always paying attention. I might be making you come, but like I also know where the camera is.
That's
you know
great.
what I mean?
You have like one eye on the pussy and the other eye on the camera.
Yeah, I'm just like
That's
this.
talented.
But like this one's looking at the camera and this one's looking at the pussy.
That's talented.
I can't.
So I'm sorry, your question.
Okay, yeah, I'm curious to know if Laura's been with women.
Me? Yes, I have, but I'm not like, I've never been on film. I've never been recorded.
What in the fuck?
Why not?
What do you mean? I was young. Like,
You never told me this.
You've asked me this
No,
on
I
another
haven't.
episode.
No, I don't.
I
don't
believe
think
so.
I did. No.
Anyways, I was, like,
Anyways.
probably in my early 20s, 21, like 22. Yeah.
Hot.
I was a virgin up until I was 18.
Mhm.
Then I was like, lost my virginity and I was like, let's go. Like,
Yes,
I want
do it.
anything and
Wild.
everything.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
I love it.
So definitely a lot of like shitty sex. And then, experimenting with girls. And then I think women are hot.
What
Like
was
Yeah,
the furthest
women
you
are
ever
hot.
went with a girl?
the furthest.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't have a strap on, but there was a lot of like, you know what I mean?
Scissor eating.
No scissoring, just eating.
Yeah.
Yeah. Making out,
Love
boobies,
Love it.
smothering.
Wow, that's hot.
She's like,
She ate
That
out a
is-
girl.
she's
Hey.
stuck.
She ate out a girl.
a charcuterie.
And I've never seen her naked.
a charcuterie.
Can we please
I was
clear the
young.
campaign?
clear the
So-
campaign?
Now you're
Secure
old.
the
You're supposed to
bag.
give less of a shit the older you get.
Well,
That is
I also
true.
was asked recently because, like, one of my clients, she was going to a swinger party, and she's like, so, like, she knows I have a
So
boyfriend.
do you want to like come with me and eat
yeah,
my pussy?
so she was like, so, like, do you ever go to these? And I'm like, I'm not saying I haven't or I wouldn't, but I'm not like, I don't
Opposed.
engage in it all the time. But yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like, everyone's beautiful, like you said.
Mhm.
I think women are gorgeous. Like,
Yes.
I always would rather stare at a woman versus a man. Like if I'm going to the
is
strip club, I
true.
want to go see
That
some
is
titties,
true.
Yeah.
some booty. Like, come on,
Yeah.
you know, give me a lap dance. Let's
Like,
go.
Yes.
Girls
like
are just so pretty.
know?
I
They're
like
gorgeous.
Yeah, like men, like, but I feel like I'm in that point right now where I'm like, I am only trying to my man. It's like
Yeah.
there are guys that's like objectively, yes, you're attractive, but like if I go to specifically like look at something naked, it's gonna be a woman. Like,
100%.
I just think that
110%.
they're so pretty and there's
Yeah,
so many like
exactly.
varieties, and I feel like with most guys, it's just like, well, here's my hard dick. And it's just like, well,
Let it do a trick.
yeah, can it do a trick? I'd be
Exactly.
more
Can-
interested if you can do a trick
exactly.
with
That's
it. Like, show me a
awesome.
trick.
Those
Yeah.
poles down your pee hole.
Yeah,
I mean,
can you put these lights down your
pee
penis hole? Otherwise, I'm just.
Yeah.
We'd be very impressed.
Yeah.
No, I couldn't watch any of that stuff last night with like there was a guy shoving scissors.
Yeah, I watched that.
I couldn't. There's a level of me where I was like, what was I saying? No, thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank
I'm
you.
good.
I
She's
wanna
like,
see it,
her
you
little
know?
feet are
I know.
moving.
And I just watch her face and know when it's
When
over.
it's over.
I was like, okay, I can look
Right.
now.
I feel like I'm very desensitized just because of the internet, the industry, like, and how many YMH lives I've watched, which is all of them, and they're progressively more fucked
Yeah,
up.
that
So
was my first
you
one.
just start to like, you're just like, eh.
It numbs you. You're
She's like, hey,
yeah.
do you want to eat? No, I'm
Yeah.
good.
I'm like chowing down on a pizza. I'm like,
Exactly,
look at this guy
exactly.
shove a scissor down his
Right?
dick.
You're like
That's
filing
crazy.
your
Why is there
nails.
blood everywhere?
Oh, blood looks like ketchup. Mm.
Yeah.
She's got a strong stomach for
That's
that.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just vomit that does it for me.
Right?
I don't know.
Me too.
It's all right.
Has it always been that way for you? Because it's been like that for me since I was a kid.
Me too.
Like, and I realized why actually on a different episode because of a traumatic vomit incident I had, which then like stopped me. Do you remember
Triggered
like
you.
why you?
I just remember being like stuck on a bus or in a classroom with the kids and they're vomiting and it's just like so gory and nasty and so I'm like totally traumatized from
Yeah.
my childhood
Yeah,
when like
I had a
just
couple
being like
things,
stuck.
same.
Yeah.
Nothing good happens with vomit.
no,
Yeah.
In my eyes.
Yeah.
Nothing good comes out of it.
like
It's messy. It
I
stinks.
always think I'm kind of like past it too until like I'll see it in a movie. I'm just like, oh,
Me too.
like because it comes out of nowhere. I'm like, fuck, oh, or it's like sometimes in movies they'll like if they're hungover or something, they just won't show it.
Yeah.
And then it's fine. And then all of a sudden, like one random scene, you don't think it's that kind of movie, and then,
And then it splatters.
Or they
Yeah,
projectile
exactly.
out of it.
Yes.
And you're like, really?
yeah,
Yeah.
like come on,
No warning?
Laura.
Yes.
Is it the most wonderful time of the year?
It is.
No, it's not. It's cold. It's dry. You know what I mean? It makes me thirsty. I have to sleep with a humidifier going in my bedroom, or I wake up with just the driest lips.
Yeah, that's
All the moisture is gone. You need to stay hydrated in winter. People forget. I don't care. Even if you're living where it's snowy, I know your lips getting chapped. I know that you're
Yeah.
getting dried out.
I
Get
hate
those
my
winds.
lips being chapped.
I hate
It's
it.
the worst. And when they
And
feel...
it's the most wonderful time of the year. That's great. You still have to get gifts for people. So why not stuff their stocking with something that they're going to appreciate? Because you know what else happens in winter, Laura?
What?
You get sick. It's
Yeah.
flu season. But you know what? Someone has us covered. Who is it, Laura?
Liquid IV.
It's Liquid IV. We're so excited to share this amazing suitcase box that they sent to us, and I got it, and I was like, whoa, I just want to keep the box because it's super cool. So thank you, Liquid IV,
That's
for sending
awesome.
this. So it looks like luggage because people do a lot of traveling because it's the holidays.
Yep.
And you're forced to spend time with your family who you don't always like. You know what I mean? But it's fine. We get through it. How do we get through it, Laura?
With Liquid IV.
With Liquid IV. I love freestyling with you. But look how cool this is. So, here, I'll let you hold on to this.
Look at that.
It is hydration plus immune support. Ooh, this bottle's freaking nice.
Ooh.
And then I
Got a
think
little weight to it.
socks! Soft socks! Oh, Liquid IV. How did you know? Laura, we can each have one sock. Here we go.
Yes.
One sock each. Let's do it.
We'll have one warm foot for the holidays.
So if you want to get extra immune support and extra hydration so you don't have to have those super chapped winter lips, those socks are not for you. Don't even think about it. I don't think that you should give liquid IV to your dog. I don't know if that's tested, so probably not for your dogs. But for you,
Not
your
pet
family,
tested.
the people that you're obligated to give gifts to, you have some secret Santa thing, give them liquid IV. And you can use our code. What is our code, Laura?
TWND.
And you get 15% off plus free shipping on everything that you order.
Get your socks.
Get some for yourself.
Yeah.
Get some for the people in your life. And spread wellness, spread goodness, just like Liquid IV does. They donated, over like 20 million some servings worldwide.
Amazing.
It's crazy.
We love you, Liquid IV.
Liquid IV is fantastic. And if you want to support the show that you guys enjoy so much so we can keep doing this fun stuff, then please go to liquidiv.com and use code TWND to get 15% off and free shipping on anything that you purchase. Get hydrated.
Do it now.
Get Liquid IV. Do it. Stuff it in your stocking. Stuff it down your throat. Be hydrated. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Cute.
That's fine. I think we're good. I feel happy with that.
Nice little sock.
Should we each just wear one?
Just one.
When I was in Australia, we took a boat. So we took this ferry out from the mainland to this island called Nusa Penida. And there was no ventilation on this ferry thing, right? Like there were windows or whatever, but we didn't, me and my man and my friends, we didn't get seated together. So we're all seated in random areas.
Packed.
These two women next to me didn't want me to sit there in the first place. They made this big deal about it. And it was hot and it was just swaying. I don't get seasick, but other people were, and I could start to hear this woman behind me doing the dog hork, but it's a person, so it fucked with me different. I'm just sitting there with my coffee. I'm like, I'll just close my eyes, I'll just pretend, and then I woke up on the ground. I passed out on this boat.
She legit just
spilled my coffee everywhere. I just passed out. My brain was just checked out. I couldn't do
That
it.
would be me.
That's scary.
I've never passed out like that. Ever. It was the weirdest thing, because your hands, are numb. I couldn't talk. My tongue felt fat when I finally, came to and stuff. It was...
So you were out cold.
I was out cold.
Straight up.
Cold.
Oh, that's scary.
Everyone around me just thought I threw up because the coffee went everywhere.
Yeah.
So they were trying to, lift me up, I
They
guess,
thought
which
you-
you're not supposed to do. I was passed out. So my man runs from the back of the boat to, come help me and, keep me on the ground. And, there was the language barrier. It was crazy. It was all messed up.
Oh
I
my
said
God.
Australia, but that was Bali.
Did you? I heard you say Nusa Penida, but
I said
the boat.
when I was in Australia. We went to Nusa
Hey,
Penida.
you were pretty much there. I mean,
Yeah, Bali's
Bali,
close.
Australia, they're kind of,
Yeah,
close
but
to each
anyway,
other.
yeah, because
That's-
language barrier Australia
I
doesn't make
feel
sense.
like you
but
might
yeah.
have passed out. I feel like you
I
might
I got
have.
traumatized from that again. I was just thinking about the horking stuff.
She's
Yeah.
reliving the nightmare. I feel like you might have passed out in the float tank that we did in Bali. Because you said you
Maybe,
kind
but
of
it didn't feel the same. With that, I was hyperventilating.
Yeah. Have
So
you
it
ever
was
done that
different.
before? A float
No.
tank? We did it in Bali. It was supposed to be a therapeutic thing, like a very chill, meditative
no.
state where you're in a float
Nope.
tank. Just there's this much water, and you're in a capsule, basically. It was terrifying.
It's a coffin.
It's a coffin. It looks like a
So it was
coffin.
claustrophobic.
And dark, pitch black.
Ooh.
And the music wasn't playing for her.
Yeah, I could get none of my stuff to work. Couldn't.
We're
turn the
all
light on.
separated
It was.
in our own rooms.
How did
so-
you like your
I
experience?
mean, I was fine, but I agree with the whole claustrophobic
Yeah.
feeling because at first I did do the lights off because you have control of
Mhm.
turning them on or off.
Yeah.
Some people do.
Well, it's a different story, and we've talked about it before with you guys, but I understand the fear part, and I did get scared at
Yeah.
first, so I was panicking too,
Mhm.
reaching around in the dark looking for the light, and I found it.
Ooh.
I found it,
That
but
is
I mean,
scary.
her
Yeah.
experience was completely different.
Yeah. The
And it
passing
was
out was
not
totally
fun.
different with that though, because that I feel like I hyperventilated myself into just going to sleep, but I wasn't tingly or
Oh, so it was a
weird
different
when I woke
feel.
up.
Yeah.
On that boat, that was the craziest thing. I've never experienced anything like that because my tongue was tingling but felt fat and numb. And the tongue, I couldn't get any point across whatsoever. And my man is just don't talk. And I'm like, I couldn't. It was the thoughts were there, but they were everywhere. My fingers were tingly. Everything was numb. I was just
That's
being
terrifying.
roped along.
That is
You're like, this is fine.
Right?
This is
I finally got to the back of the boat and you could get the breeze going and we
She's
were
like,
away
fresh
from
air.
everyone, but I was still just
we're like laughing. It's not
Well, I've
funny.
No,
never
it's so
passed
funny.
out. Have you?
Yes.
You have?
Yeah.
What happened to you? I'm like, what?
I was doing a scene I was doing a bondage scene
Oh,
for
fuck.
kink. And something happened. I got lightheaded. I didn't eat that day or something. And I was I think my hands were tied, or I don't remember, but I just passed out, and they were like, they ran up and they got me, and I came to, and they were like, okay, the scene's canceled. I was like, no, I'm okay. Like,
You're like, I'm back though.
Exactly.
Let's
I'm
go.
like,
I turned
let's
back
go.
on.
Exactly. I'm
Let
like,
me turn
let's
you
go.
on.
And they were like, no.
She's such
the
a
scene's-
champ.
I know. I just-
She's like, what, that was nothing. Watch this. She's like, I just needed a cat nap.
Yeah,
I was a little bit tired.
Exactly.
I was just resting my eyes. Don't worry.
Exactly.
My whole body, and I didn't want to breathe. I'm kidding. I'm fine.
Exactly. I'm like, let's go. Let's fuck.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, that was one time, and then there was another time. I passed out. I was visiting. I don't even remember why. I was visiting my late sponsor, and I'm in a 12-step program, and I was visiting him in the hospital, and I got up too fast or something, and I just collapsed.
Mhm.
And like they caught me. My friend that I was there with caught me, and he was like, "What happened?" I was like, "I don't know."
It's
Yeah.
terrifying.
It
It's
is.
awful.
It's
I-
kind of fun.
It's a rush.
Yeah.
And it's
You're
definitely
like,
funny later
yeah.
because I'm just like, I'm glad like nobody knew me there, so no one was like taking photos of me at this time or like a video or something.
Oh my
Watch it show up on
gosh.
someo's random TikTok. Like,
Yeah.
Well, it goes viral.
Watch this.
I'm like, yo, is this you tagging me?
I'm like, no, that's not me. I've never seen that person before in my life.
Oh my gosh. Is it crazy getting noticed like out and about? Like, does it
Does that happen?
a lot? I'm sure it does.
It used to happen more often, but when it does happen, I love it
That's-
because
that's-
everyone's so respectful and
Yeah.
everyone's
They're
really
like, oh
cool.
my gosh, it's you.
yeah. They're like,
the
oh my god,
flesh?
yeah. Or they'll just come. Like I remember I was in London one time, and I met this fan, and he's like, "This is like meeting Tom Cruise." I was like, "What?"
Aww.
Yeah, he's like, and I was like, that's bizarre, but I loved it, and he was awesome. But it's like, so for me, I think it's so kind because it like takes a lot of nerve to work up and go up to somebody because
Yeah,
you don't,
that's
you know,
true.
and so I feel like, wow, like I'm like so honored and flattered that they would take the time out to come up and say hi, you know,
And
Yeah,
also,
especially
like,
when
fight
they're
their nerves,
Yeah.
you know, to like do
Yeah.
it.
and
So, like,
especially when they're nice,
yeah.
like and respectful.
Yeah.
That's cool. Like,
you've had some disrespectful ones.
Did you?
Huh? Like AVN when you had to throw.
oh, AVN is different. AVN, everybody's drunk and demandy, and that's different. I threw a guy's phone. It's no big
she
deal.
chucked someone's
AVN
phone.
is coming soon, and I would just like to tell everybody: keep your phone a safe distance away from my face. If you put it this close to my face,
It will get chucked.
it will get thrown.
Wow.
I'm not gonna throw hands, but I'll throw phones. Like, I have no qualms. Like, keep that thing out of my face. Keep your nasty little brick that's covered in your fingerprints and all your germs. Keep that away from my face. Did you know that the cell phone is one of the most disgusting things that we have
Truly,
on us at all
truly.
times? Like, I have a phone sanitizer. It's gross. Keep it out of my face.
It is. It is.
Ask. Be respectful. That's all I
Oh,
ask.
so they just come up
Respectful.
and take pictures
It
of
was
you?
it was when I cammed for my free cams.
Yeah.
It was a lot more because you would cam live from the event, and so there's like a big long line of things, and everyone wants to take pictures, and that's cool.
Yeah.
I love taking pictures with people. It's fun.
Yeah.
I will come around the booth and take photos with people. Like, it's
I
not a big deal. But
charged.
when I'm
Yeah,
there,
that's fine. You should.
but
you know?
when I'm there, it's like, and I'm doing my thing, and I'm clearly here. Do not lean over my laptop and put your phone this close to my face. Like,
It's kind of
Nobody
the
wants a
bubble,
photo
dude.
that close
It's a
anyway.
bubble.
what is that? Like a photo of like the pimple on my nose? Like, what are you doing?
They wanted the up the nose shot that you do on Snap.
Well, people pay money for that.
yeah, they do.
So if
They
you want to do that
want-
kind of stuff,
Charge them, yeah.
charge. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like, but I don't remember what I said. But being approached in public never really happened to me until this year. It's been
Yeah.
twice. And both guys were super nice, super sweet, respectful, everything. It was super chill, but it was weird.
Molly Stewart.
It was just really strange because it hadn't happened before. Like, even if people had recognized me, they wouldn't come up and say anything. So it was weird because most of the time I feel like I'm in this anonymous little bubble of just me and my life and the internet. And then when you go outside and people recognize you, it's weird because you're like, you forget that people are just at some point in time of the day watching you do something. I don't think about it until I'm like out there. You know what I mean? I think about it sometimes. I'm just like, that's really weird. Like, I just don't feel like I exist half the time. Yet there's always someone that I'm like talking to or that is watching content of me, whether it's social media or like porn or OnlyFans, whatever that kind of stuff is. It's very weird.
It's no, another weird thing. This is so crazy and such a side note, but she's flying back from Australia and she texts me she's in Sydney flying to her next destination. And I see that my other girlfriend's at the airport. You know, I see her Instagram story. She's like, I'm in Sydney. And I'm like, oh, my friend's there. You know, she's like, oh, well, I would have said hi, but I'm actually on my flight now. And then my friend that I was telling her about texts me and says, I saw Molly at the airport. They flew from Australia back to like United States on the same flight. Two of my friends. And I was like, it's such a small world.
It's so weird. And then she sends me a picture of her at the airport.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh, I specifically remember seeing this girl's outfit, being like, oh my God, she looks so good. That outfit is so cute. Yeah. And then internalizing, because had just started my period. I look like shit.
She said she had resting bitch face
everywhere.
And wasn't like
cramps, everything. It was awful. And I'm like hulking through the airport like this angry little goblin. I was.
Goblin.
I'm like, stay the fuck away from me. Nobody talk to me. Oh, I'm traveling alone internationally. Like, it's
face on.
I was like, she looks so good. I look like such a cow.
No, you don't.
We're just hard on ourselves.
Well, especially when you're on your period. Are you kidding me? Like, you can't make yourself like yourself on your period. It's impossible.
Like, I mean, I feel like so many things happen like this. Like, where it's just like, wow, it's such a small world.
Yeah,
it is a small world. Because
I
do remember seeing you at the gym, and I kept going, telling my trainer, she's so hot. She's so hot.
Thank you.
And
I do.
didn't. Yes. And now it hits me. I'm like, I know which gym you're talking about. Yes.
I'm sorry.
I've seen you. I've drooled all over you. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. I mean, if I didn't know her too, I'd be like, oh my
God,
stop.
Exactly. I'm like, yeah.
She's so mad at me right now.
I'm so
Why?
She can't take compliments.
I hate them.
Do them. Keep getting
Thank you.
I don't like
you.
I'm just laughing though over here.
She's like, I don't like this. I'm so That's the other thing that's weird. Like, it's like the shy thing. Like, I'm definitely a lot more outgoing than I used to be. And I was always kind of outgoing more when I was a kid about, like, I just don't care, do whatever. And then with this big, long period of, like, self-loathing and, like, just hating myself and having someone who made me hate myself. And now it's like, I like myself, but I feel like guilty if I feel good about something that I've done, or like, oh, I look good today. How dare you? Like, you know, and it's weird. And I like the compliments from other people. It's hard to take. It's strange. That's why it's weird to me that people jerk off.
She feels icky, but she doesn't. She's like, I'm fine, but it's weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's weird.
It's weird. It's it makes me feel, it gets me like the
jeebies.
Yeah. I was literally thinking jeebies when you said it.
I was just thinking jeebies too.
Yeah, it's because we're on the same wavelength.
Yeah, we share a brain.
And it's getting dirtier, and I'm learning more about her on these episodes.
Yeah,
all the
time. Being with a woman.
Mm-hmm. And also,
you didn't know that
she can do coffee art. Found that out. Was in a coffee art competition.
You can too.
Well, I'm getting there.
What's coffee art?
Oh, you know, like when you get a latte and they do like a little leaf. Or a heart.
You do that?
Well, I did. I used to work in a coffee shop before I did makeup, like at all. I was a barista for many years. So like they taught us how to do the latte art.
That's cute.
You know, I was that girl behind the counter, just like, but the freak, you know?
She's a woman of many talents. What are your like hobbies? Like things that like you like to do outside of just like industry stuff?
Yeah, that's tough because, well, okay, so I'm pretty boring if I'm not screwing. I love
With
like,
that outfit, I don't believe that to
yeah.
be true at all. She's like a
Thank you.
fashionista over
No,
here.
Yeah.
no.
Head to toe.
Thank you guys. See, I don't take
Perfection.
compliments well either,
Yeah, see?
but thank you.
See?
Thank you.
She's all
I know.
stop.
Say thank you.
Right back at you.
So snarky for no reason.
A lot of love.
Okay, so what are my hobbies? I love to shop. I love dressing up. I love and this is gonna sound tacky, but I love like working with people and like helping others. And it's kind I'm a humanitarian, so it's like I love people and I love doing things for people and with people and helping them out.
You're
Yeah.
a true lover.
Yeah,
of
Yeah.
I'm a
all.
total lover.
That's
I'm a
totally-
lover,
I see
lover,
it.
lover.
And,
Like,
Yeah,
if I can't take care of you sexually, let me take care of you emotionally
Yeah.
or mentally or...
exactly, and not in a people pleasing way. Not like you
Yeah,
know.
no.
It's more like let's help each other. I'll help you with from my experience, strength, and hope, and
Mhm.
you can help me with yours. Like like you're helping me just be sane or calmer
Yeah.
than I was a few minutes ago because I'm getting out of self.
Yeah, exactly.
I
So-
just remember when I first met you and I got to glam you up and how many like connections and phone numbers I walked away with that day.
Oh,
Like, 'cause she
yeah.
was like, first of all, I have this great doctor and my nail girl and,
Yeah.
you know, where I go get waxed. And I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
you're just like a walking, like, you know, you help so many people
Aw,
and it's like
thank
genuine
you.
and it's like, I was like, oh my God, I adore her. You know,
Well,
like I was like
but, you know,
so
but-
excited.
But you got to take into consideration, I've lived here for like 30 years.
Which it was awesome. You were
So,
just like
yeah.
a book of knowledge
Yeah,
and like you
no.
were so like sharing and like helpful.
Good. All right.
You
Well,
know,
thank
I was like,
you.
wow, you don't get that. It was like very like I was
Yeah.
caught off guard. I was like, oh, she's
Yeah.
such a sweetheart and just I
Yeah,
love
you
her.
Really?
Yeah.
So people are stingy with their information?
Well, you just I mean, no, not really, but like you're just you know everybody. You know where to go. Like I think you're just a knowledge. Like
And I
a
think
big
also
knowledge.
it's not that maybe necessarily people are stingy with their contacts or whatever. It's that typically I find that not all people, but a lot of people kind of, even if they have those connections or they would share it with you, it's like not on their forethought,
right.
like to
Okay.
share that.
Yeah.
It's
And
like
she was
if
like,
you
oh, get
asked
this
for it,
number.
Yeah.
Get
Sure.
this number.
but it's
Yeah.
like I think that a lot of people do end up tending to be more self-focused. And so it's not necessarily that they're selfish.
Yeah.
It's just it's not like the immediate response to be like, how can I share what I know or who
Yeah.
I know to help you? It's like maybe an
Yeah.
afterthought
Yeah.
instead.
Okay. I like that.
So yeah, so thank
Also,
you.
like
Thank
not
you.
not a
Thank
bad
you,
thing
guys.
for
No.
anybody who's listening and think, is she talking about me? No, just like in general, I think that a lot of people, it's like the whole thing of like worrying what people think about you after you've interacted with them.
Yes.
It's like they're not
What-
thinking about it. They're thinking
exactly.
about whatever it is that they're
Exactly.
doing right now. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So it's cool to, have you be someone who's very much like, let me share this with you and, let me, introduce you to this person I think you'd have a good connection with. That's like a great
good,
quality to
good.
have
Thank
for sure.
you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
There's
So
a
that's
reason that
pretty
you're
much my
successful.
hobby. Yeah.
Well, that's good. It's a good thing to have. Like connections with people are some of the most valuable things in life, whether it ends up being a life lesson or whether it ends up
Yes.
being like a
Yeah,
good asset to the life that you're living.
Yeah.
100%.
But connections are everything. Sometimes
Yeah.
you got to break them.
Yeah.
But at least you connected first, so you know.
You gotta go through it. You
You
gotta.
do.
You have
You
to live it
do.
and learn it. Like
Mhm.
Yes.
you can't just like expect for everything to work out smoothly. You're gonna have to fine tune everything. You know, and like
Trial and error.
take out what doesn't work. You know,
Yeah.
or
Mhm.
all
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
all the things.
Yeah. What's your favorite content to make now that you do? Are you doing more of your own stuff now and not really
Still,
mainstream?
Yeah, no more mainstream. I'm doing a lot of my own stuff. My favorite content is to do pretty much anything. I love girl. I'm having fun with that. I'm loving the ladies.
Nice.
Yeah, really loving the ladies.
ladies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hit her up.
And then I'm just still loving the anal. Still loving that. And I like doing I'm producing my own content, so I'm doing a lot of like girl, guy, girl, boy, and just having fun with that and just, living the best life, just having a great sex and
Yeah.
hot times and
And it's great that after like your long career in it, that it's something that you still love
Yes,
to do. So
exactly.
she made the right
Yes.
choice.
Yes.
It's a parent.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. That was
Amazing.
fantastic. And would you like to leave your socials and everything so people can look
Sure.
up you and your fabulous
Can we
content?
find you?
Yes, I would love that. My OnlyFans is onlyfans.com/Ava Devine. My Instagram is it was at the one and only Ava Devine, all spelled out. My Twitter is at 1 with the number Ava Devine. TikTok is the same at 1 Ava Devine. And my YouTube is coming out, and I think that is
That's right, you mentioned that.
the Ava Devine. I'm not sure.
We'll have the links for
yeah.
you.
Yeah, we'll
Yes,
have the
we'll
links.
have
Just
the
share the
links.
links with me. The links will be in the descriptions as well as her @s for everything.
Yes, right. That was
So-
a lot to take in. Sorry, you guys.
No, don't be
Yeah,
sorry
so
at
go
all.
follow her.
Yeah.
Go
Follow her everywhere.
subscribe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Leave comments. Share with your friends.
Yes.
Yes. This
You
has
know,
been an amazing episode.
share with
Thank
your
you.
grandma.
Thank you for
Yes,
being
you
here.
know.
exactly. Grandparents,
Everybody,
whoever.
come on.
I don't
Thank you guys.
discriminate.
No.
No.
We love everyone.
Bring them all.
We love
Bring 'em
everyone.
all.
Everyone, bring them all. Her
Yes.
butthole is open, she
Yes,
says.
exactly.
Come on
It's
in.
clean and ready.
It's clean and ready for
We
you.
love you, Ava.
Thank you guys for listening to another episode of the Totally Wholesome Not Dirty podcast, and we'll see you next week. I
Happy
love you, ladies.
holidays.
Thank you.
Happy
Happy
holidays,
holidays. Thank
everybody.
you, guys. Thank you, everyone.
Mwah, mwah.
Mwah.